As you know student that we have started the geography section. Very interesting information you all are getting through this chapter. So we in earlier video you have seen or you have got information about that rock. There are three types of rock, that is igneous rock and stratified rock, and lastly it is metamorphic rocks. Igneous and stratified we have discussed. Now it's time to go for number 3, that is metamorphic rocks. Let's see what is metamorphic rock. Before we start this, please keep a book with you. This book will help you to understand this information very much. Please keep a book. Okay, so here we are on page number 110. Metamorphic rocks. In certain peculiar conditions, the form, composition and the other characteristics of rock are totally changed. So sometimes what happens, because of due to the changes of season, due to the changes of weather, due to the changes of atmosphere, there is a certain condition in which some kind of rocks change their formation, change their characteristic and change their composition. Due to the combined effect of two factors, high temperature and pressure of rocks, etc. So there are two factors. One factor is that high temperature and second factor is pressure of rock. The igneous and sedimentary rocks change into a totally new form. So these two factors, pressure, igneous and sedimentary rock, to change its form and to build a new form. These newly formed rocks are known as metamorphic rocks, and that new form with the pressure of rock and the temperature. So because of that, one new rock is formed, and that new rock is known as metamorphic rock. It is metamorphic. Marble and quartzite available in Rajasthan are their best example. So marble, as you all know about marble. So this marble and quartzite which is found in Rajasthan, that is the example of this metamorphic rock. You have this keyword here. Please you note down this student. After that we will go for minerals. Please note down. Let me revise it again, student. It is metamorphic rock due to certain situation and certain condition. This form, composition and characteristics of some rocks are changed. Due to combined effect, there is a high temperature and pressure of the rock structure, and that will build a new form of rock. That is called metamorphic rock. The marble and quartzite in Rajasthan is the best example of this metamorphic rock. Now next topic is mineral. Mineral word you all have heard. Mineral is that matter which is formed due to natural, organic or inorganic process and has a specific chemical composition. So if we go by the definition of mineral, so mineral is the matter which is formed due to natural, organic and inorganic process. So we can say formation due to natural, organic and inorganic process and has a specific chemical composition, and it has specific chemical composition. Minerals are available from the interior of the earth in solid, liquid and gaseous form. Gaseous means gas. So these minerals can be achieved or can be got from the interior part of the earth, and it is not always found in one form. Means it is not always in mineral form. It can be found in solid, gaseous and liquid form. So from the interior part, earth, it can be solid, liquid and gaseous form. Minerals depend on the geological structure of the surface of the earth. So it is depend on the geological structure of the earth. Minerals such as iron, copper, nickel, gold, silver, etc. are found in igneous rock. Coal, mineral oil and natural gases etc. are available in stratified rock, while slag, marble, diamond are available from metamorphic rock. So we divide this, say like this. First, igneous rock. Secondly, stratified rock, and thirdly, metamorphic rock. So which are the minerals we can get through these rocks? Let's see. From igneous rock, see, iron, copper, nickel, gold and silver. These minerals are got in this coal, mineral oil and natural gases. These are found in this stratified rock and slate, marble, diamond. These are found in metamorphic rock. Classification of mineral. In our routine life, about 200 minerals are used directly or indirectly. A university accepted classification of mineral is not possible. However, a general classification can be done as follows. So here we have been given the classification of mineral. Before we go for that, you please note down this information. This will help you to remember this mineral topic very easily, student. Please note down. Next topic is classification of mineral. First is metallic minerals. So here we have been given a list of classification of mineral, and that is first is precious metallic mineral, that is gold, silver, platinum. Light metallic mineral, that is magnesium, bauxite, titanium, etc. Minerals of general use, that is iron, copper, lead, zinc, tin, nickel, etc. Minerals used alloys, that is chromium, manganese, tungsten, vanadium, etc. So this is called metallic minerals. Again it is given non-metallic minerals and energy resources. First we will discuss metallic minerals, after that we will go for non-metallic minerals. See, precious metallic minerals. So it is gold, silver, platinum. Secondly, it is light metallic mineral. It is bauxite, titanium, and magnesium. Thirdly, it is minerals of general use. So it is chromium, tungsten, vanadium. Number 4, it is minerals used alloys, and those are sorry, chromium is not there. Here is a mistake, student. These minerals of general use are iron, copper, lead, zinc, etc. And here it is manganese, tungsten, and etc. So it can be asked in MCQ or method pair that gold is known as blank mineral. So its answer is precious metallic mineral. It can be asked that vanadium is known as black mineral. So that is mineral used alloys. It can be asked that zinc is allocated in blank mineral category. So the answer could be minerals of general use. That's why I have written this information on the board. Please you note down this. This is useful in objective, means in true false, in method pair, in FP and in MCQ. Please note down this. non-metallic minerals, and number 3 is energy resources. So what are the minerals allocated in non-metallic minerals? Let's see. Silk, chalk, limestone, mica, gypsum, diamond. These are allocated in non-metallic minerals. Now what about energy resources? So energy resources, it means from which minerals we can get energy. So from coal, mineral oil and natural gases, uranium, thorium, that will help us to give energy. So it is coal, mineral oil and natural gas. So these are the classification of minerals, student. Now we have on page number 110 major minerals and the spatial distribution. See, here the spelling of spatial is S-P-A-T-I-A-L. That is not a wrong spelling. You can write that also. But we have our own spelling S-P-E-C-I-A-L. So please write that. See, number 1 iron, that is got from Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh. Second is manganese, that is got from Karnataka, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Goa, etc. Copper is got from Gujarat, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Sikkim, Meghalaya, Maharashtra, West Bengal, MP, Jharkhand, etc. Bauxite is got from Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Gujarat, etc. Lead is Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Gujarat. This is not extra information. This is very important one. This is asked in 10th standard even. So you have to keep these names of state in your mind with the mineral. Next is mica. It is got from Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar and Jharkhand. And last is limestone. It is got from Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh. So these are the states from where we can get these different kinds of minerals. Now student, going for soil. This is very much important topic and unit, student. You will have whole unit about this in 10th standard. So if you have worked hard, if you work hard on this unit in 9th standard, in 10th standard it will be as easy for you to understand all the things. So our next topic is soil. We know that soil is the basic resources of agriculture. Without soil we can't do any kind of farming. Basic resource for agriculture. Besides agriculture, soil is also very important. Soil is a thin layer formed of the organic and inorganic matter on the surface of the earth. This is the definition of soil. So what is soil? So it is a thin layer formed of organic and inorganic matter on the surface of the earth. things. So this thin layer formed of organic and inorganic things, and that is called soil. Soil is related to the surface of the earth in the same way as the apple with its skin. See, it's very simple. Apple and its skin. So apple, suppose apple is earth and the skin of apple is soil. Just like that, this soil is just like skin of apple. The thin layer on the crust of the earth is called soil. So the thin layer part is called soil. Now soil formation means how this soil is made, how the soil is formed. Soil formation. Soil is the result of denudation of rock. Denudation means exposure, or you can say defoliate. The rock surface is eroded due to factors like temperature, rain, snow, air, vegetation and insect, and it turns into powdery form. So what happened exactly? Suppose this is rock. This is our rock. Suppose. One kind of any rock means this igneous or any rock. Okay. So now what happened? That is a heavy rainfall. There is a heavy temperature. There is heavy snow. There is a strong wind, and that is, we can say, any natural calamity. So that will affect this rock part. So what happened exactly? This is hard substance, means hard part or hard substance. Rock, you know that pathar, hard part. Okay. So now due to heavy temperature, due to heavy rainfall, due to that vegetation and insect and that natural calamity, this rock is turned into powder. So that powdery form is thus it forms the land layer, and this powder forms a layer. In this layer there are gravel, smaller stone, pebbles, soil particles, etc., which are known as regolith. It contains only minerals content. Then the biotic matter, air, water are mixed with it. Finally soil is formed. See, it will take long time. You please note down this, after that we will go for that. Let me revise this soil formation topic again, student. This is very interesting one, as I told you. See, suppose this is our rock. Any type of rock, okay? The formation of rocks is, this is very hard. Now, high temperature, heavy rain, wind, all are coming from this side on this rock. So what happened? This rock will be turned into powder. So this is turned into powder because of this high temperature, heavy rain and wind and all any natural calamities. And this powder will form a layer on the earth. Now what happens? Let's see. In this layer there are gravel, so smaller pebble and what? Layer of pebbles, stones, etc., which are known as rubble, and these are known as rubble. It contains only mineral content. Then biotic matter, air, water are mixed with it. Now, air, biotic matter, water are mixed with this layer, which is made of stone, pebbles and all. Finally, soil is formed out of this mixture, and finally we get our soil out of this mixture. So this way soil is formed. Suppose this is our rock, with high temperature, heavy rain, wind affected this, and this rock is turned into powder. This powder make of layer, the layer of pebble stone, and that is called rubble, and these are full of minerals, and this air, biotic matter and water are mixed with this, and that is made soil, and this soil is made out of this mixture. This mixture means this one. Okay, this is how soil is made. Please you note down this, student. Okay student, this is for today. Now it's time to give you homework, and today's homework I am writing here. You have to write about minerals in